What is up, Butts and Stuff Fantasy Football League? Here with your week 3 recap. It was a great week for some people. Just saying, not so good for others, but we'll jump right into it. Into the upset of the week. Undefeated iJams gets run over by Daddy Dan and the Trump train in a Monday night comeback.
Saying it, you may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
By a score of 108.18 to 107.9, and that's a difference of 0.28.
Around third. The relay from Miller. They've got Parkman nailed. The ball comes loose. And the White Sox take the lead 2-1.
Welcome to Big Leagues, hayseed. Next time, don't stand on the tracks when the train's coming through.
iJams had a 17.2 lead going into Monday night and got 8 out of his kicker, who also missed a field goal, so he got -1. Ouch. Dan had the Bills' defense in their blowout at Jacksonville, which was good for 15, and then ETN finished with 10.5 points, including a 20-yard run in garbage time at the very end of the game, which gave Dan the narrow victory by 0.28 points. So, side note, iJams also got -5 out of the Raiders defense because it was a smart play to play him against the Panthers until the Red Rifle came in and just dropped 36 points on him like it was nothing in the Panthers' first win. So
Panthers are trying to get a touchdown.
They still got that one timeout left in their back pocket. Dalton taking a shot to the end zone. It is caught. To temper the touchdown celebration, Thielen such a heart and soul piece for the Panthers. His head coach.
hopefully Thielen's okay after that. Things are looking up for the Panthers, but not so much for Chase. Congratulations, Dan. That brings us to our second one. Undefeated Wilson falls to Troxel and his Ridley's Believe It or Not squad by a score of 111.68 to 106.14. That's a difference of 5.5.
Saying it, you may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
And believe it or not, Chase made the right decision about benching Ridley this week and is on a 2-game win streak.
It's so good.
I got a new
It's
nickname, the Magic Man. Now you see me. Now you don't.
That was the stupidest nickname I've ever heard.
Is it, Ricky? Because I think you wish you thought of it.
All right, you got me. That's an awesome nickname.
Chase had 5 players in double figures, best out of DK Metcalf and Aaron Jones, both right at 20 points. Wilson had 6 players with 7 points or less and got 57.4 points out of Kyron Williams and Jamar Chase combined. I just wish I could have been there for Monday Night Football to watch the hope leave Wilson's eyes as Jamar Chase got him close and then just fell short. But Troxel holds on to a tight one. Congratulations, Chase, and congrats on the 2-game win streak. And that brings us to our last undefeated team. Bloomy keeps it rolling, taking down Tommy's squad 123.76 to 91.92. And that's a difference of 31.84. And that also snaps Graham's lowest points in a win streak. So there's something for you. Graham had 6 players in double figures. Joe Burrow finally had a good week. That was good to see. David Montgomery had 19. Thomas, rough week. 7 players in single digits. He basically hasn't started a QB all season with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, anybody, dude. Andy Dalton's out there. Fucking literally anybody. But he had Olave with 17.6 and Zach Charbonnet with 24, so he might have a chance as long as Kenneth Walker stays down, but it's looking pretty rough. He's starting to earn that Mr. Consistency nickname, but for the wrong reasons. But congrats, Graham. Again, the last undefeated team. That brings us to Kessler. The pain train plows through the Hebrew Hammer for his first one of the season. That's a score of 116 to 76. 76.86.
I'll see you later.
Take Razor! Take Razor! Get ready for the pain, woman! The pain train is coming! It's in there! Don't hurt me! Please don't hurt me! Thank you, Dad! Thank you, God!
James had only 5 players in double figures, but had 41 out of Juwan Jennings, who was projected 7.8 points originally. And then he went out and had 11 catches, 175 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Lauren had a pretty depressing week. 8 players under 8 points. His best was Marvin Harrison again with 14.9 and a touchdown, which was his only player to score a touchdown this week. He got bit by the injury bug pretty hard with Kenneth Walker, Kittle, and Pacheco all out. So things aren't looking good in the Holy Land, but they're looking good for Kessler getting that first dub. Congratulations. And that brings us to the game of the week. Battle of the Defeateds. You might have thought of yourself like, dang, Kessler might have the biggest blowout after Lauren only put up 76 points. And you'd be dead wrong. I moved out of the Staggy Mountain and into the win column by a score of 170.68 to 94.02, and that's a difference of 76 points.
John. Personal foul. 69. Offense. He was giving them the business. He played it down.
To put it in perspective, if I would have played Charlie and Lauren's team this week combined, I would have only lost by 0.2 points. And I got 0 out of my kicker. I had 8 players in double figures, 4 with 23 points or more, 17 out of the Jets defense, and 9 individual touchdowns on the day.
Damn!
Charlie had a rough week. Not that it would have mattered, whatever he did. 7 players under 6 points, including 0 out of Palmer, who didn't play. Josh Allen, another bright spot for him. He's having an MVP type year, early on at least. He finished with 30.9, just slung it all over the field. I actually caught up with Chuck at the end of the game to ask about his team's performance.
Our offensive line, it's like Obama's immigration policy. Let everybody through. Do we have a chance next week? No, we don't. We're 0-8. We're not good at football.
I didn't expect him to get political either, but congratulations to me. Suck it. Let's go ahead and do the awards. The best, again, me. I also had Amari Cooper benched with 24 points, so it could have been a lot worse, I guess, or a little worse. I don't know. Which brings us to the worst. Lauren, buddy, it's rough. 76.86 points. That's, I haven't done the research, but it's got to be close to one of the lowest scores. But again, he's got like 3 key players done for a while. So hopefully it turns around for him. Most efficient was Graham this week. 123.6 points out of the 132. That's 93%. And then least efficient and the lowest points in a win goes to Dan, squeaking out the win. He had 108 out of the 150 total, so that's good for about 72%. That's going to take us into the records. Like I've been saying, Graham last undefeated team. Congratulations. He has the lowest points against of 285.5 thus far. The next closest is Wilson at 315.6. So that's a difference of about 30. But again, it wasn't the lowest points in a win this week, so he earned it. Congratulations, Graham, being the last undefeated. 2-1 teams. These are also in order of like position in the standings. iJams, Wilson, Daddy Dan, and Troxel. 1 and 2. Me, Kessler, getting our first wins this week. Yay us. Then Lorne and Thomas. And the only defeated team left is Chuck, who easily has the highest points against, especially after getting throttled this week, at 416.1 through 3 weeks. The next closest is Lorne at 373.6 points against, so that's a difference of 42. And that's also 130 more points than Graham for these 3 weeks, for those of you keeping track at home. So Charlie literally has played 4 games compared to Graham. So that can't continue, or it might, I don't know. But anyway, we're looking forward to next week. And game of the week, I'm going to have to give it back to myself again. I'm looking to keep up the momentum and derail the pain train in the battle for Snaggy Mountain. Kessler and I both looking to keep it going, but it can't be both of us, bud. iJams looks to bounce back from his first loss, taking on Troxel, who's on his 2-game win streak. Chase looking to keep that manager status going. Charlie is looking for that first win, taking on Wilson, who's looking to bounce back after his first loss. So that should be a pretty good game. Graham looks to stay undefeated against injury-ridden Lorne. After the 76 points, it's hard to bet against him. And then I'm thinking the potential game of the week and the closest match might be Dan looks to keep the train rolling against Thomas. I'm expecting a pillow fight out there. It's been close to about 100, 105 points for them both. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, much better week than last week, especially for me. iJams with that Monday night comeback, that sucked for him, good for Dan. But yeah, that's all I got for you this week. I hope it stays the same. Hope you guys had a good week, and I'll see you when I see you.